Yo, yo, yo. Hey, listen, usually it's game time 216 here. Me and Bobby G putting on the show. He had some prior things he had to do. He's sorry he cannot make it. Hey, I threw a throwback on the cheap seats, man. Me and Beer Cave used to run this every Monday. I figured I'd come on here and talk because how can we not talk about a Victory Monday on Monday? Even though I'm in the small margin of people that I don't care about the victory. I'm not big into this victory. What up, Scotty Cove? Look, I'm just great. He's with SHEDEUR. Yeah, he up there. They cuddling up. He got the win against Pittsburgh. He had to give some extra loving. I get it. Everybody says it's a W. You go for a W. That's what you want. My problem is now the draft changes. Everything changes with that. But I'm happy in my heart. My fandom, my fanboyness is happy. The analytics, the numbers, and all this stuff in my head, pissed. Because, again, the things change so much. Even though we can still get the number 2 pick overall, depending on teams next week. And that's going to be a lot to wish for. Because what do we got to wish for? Fucking damn near everything to happen. What do we got? Who we got ahead of us? We need the Titans. They're playing the Jags. Jags need that W. Cowboys could still show up and beat up on the Giants. Or they say no, and the Giants get that W. Cardinals, Rams. Rams are going to try to play out, so Cardinals are probably going to get that loss. Just play the Bills. Bills got to play out. Yeah, look, man, it is hard for us to even move anywhere now. I hope to God. Kurt, I do not want a damn QB. I want nothing to do with a QB. Telling you right now, we draft a QB, I might just become a Chargers fan for next season. Like, why? Why draft a QB? SHEDEUR has gone out there and proven he can do this job. Proven it. I mean, I understand everyone's all hyped up. Well, the interceptions, blah, blah, blah. Look, he's got 10 interceptions in 7 games. Do we all remember Peyton Manning, his rookie year? His rookie year. He threw damn near 30 interceptions. Come on now. What up, normal guy? Look, Sanders, 17 of 23, 186 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks, only sacked twice, but it was for only 2 yards. And he rushed 4 times for 20 yards. You know, rating 75. I'm telling you right now, here's the deal. I'm riding with SHEDEUR through this offseason. In the next year, I'm building around the man. People are talking this whole Mendoza. Dude, I've gone back and looked at this dude. I think he has got a great situation in Indiana, a great system. I don't think he can be that same guy in the NFL. I'm not high on Mendoza. Preston says the Browns are cooked. Well, I mean, yeah, they've got 4 wins. They're fucking shit. Trash is what we are right now. And yeah, you're right. We need to protect SHEDEUR. So in this draft, I want to draft a Carnell Tate. I want to draft tackles and linemen. I just want this whole draft to be based on the offense because our defense is going to be fine. The defense, what the defense needs is the offense to actually be able to produce. And you can see it when the offense produces. When SHEDEUR does his thing, the defense is able to do theirs. So I'm good with our defense. We just need linemen. We need receivers. We need to build around SHEDEUR. We don't need to do all this, hey, we got to look if we're in the top 2 or should we trade up? Well, why is everybody talking about this whole trade up shit? I don't think he's the best player in the NFL, but I appreciate that. As a Lions fan, hey, man, I know you're feeling some pain, too, with what you're going through. God, the Lions got Sonic and Knuckles. You guys got talent out the ass over there, boy. I can't believe what's happened over there. Man, Bo Nix ain't the best player, but he a dog. Come on, Kurt. You know damn well Bo is a dog. Look what he's done over there with the Broncos. He's got no damn weapons either. None. But he's doing his thing. Hey, I love Caden Proctor. What's funny is a lot of Browns fans have bad memory. They got that shit. They got that, they get scared because of Jed Willis. SHEDEUR. Listen, man, here's the deal. We're going to get some linemen. We're going to protect the hell out of SHEDEUR. We're going to get some weapons out there. Carnell Tate, Tyson, Lemon, whoever the hell it is, get some weapons out there. You got to resign Devin Bush, put him back on that defense. Some of these linemen, you're going to have to resign them. Listen, there's going to be a lot of us that probably jump that ride with you for the Patriots. I'm going to be on the Broncos side of things or the Chargers side of things, but hey, I hope the Patriots, man, Drake May's doing a hell of a job. I'm a Travion Henderson fan through and through with what he did at Ohio State. I think he's an amazing talent. The dude's just a killer. Like, I wanted the Browns to draft him, and when we drafted Junkins, I was like, all right, that's fine. I wanted Henderson here, but I'm cool with Junkins too. But I was big on Henderson. I wish Jackson Dart would have been what we had. Fire head coach, pick up Primetime. Primetime isn't leaving Colorado. He gets paid a ton of money down there. He can do a lot of different things down there. I don't think he leaves Colorado. I'm down to fire Stefanski. How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate y'all. Hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We appreciate that. I always appreciate that. Hit that for all the YouTubes. Hit them all. I would love to fire Stefanski. You know what's crazy is, though, this team is showing that they're rallying around him. They're showing up to play. And that's hard to go against. Because everybody's saying, if you fire Stefanski, you got to get rid of Barry. Well, I'm not going to get rid of Barry. Why would I get rid of Barry? I heard this argument earlier saying Stefanski's two-time coach of the year. Two-time coach of the year? But yet, you want to fire Barry, though. Barry put the guys on the field for Stefanski to be two-time coach of the year. I would be all for John Harbaugh coming here. I'd be all for Mike Tomlin coming here. I mean, because I think somebody's getting fired. After that game come this Sunday, John or Mike, somebody is getting the hell fired. It could be both. They could just fire both of them. But I'm all for either one of them coming here. I would love Schwartz to stay, but I'm all for them coming. I mean, Steelers fans are getting sick and tired of mediocrity. The one guy I saw, he did a clip, he says, how do we lose to the Browns? Now we're not going to be in the playoffs. He goes, great, another winning season, and that's it. Wow. Just to be able to say those words as a Browns fan. Well, another winning season. Damn. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I think that's funny. Yeah, if the Browns like to shine, pick up Strom more. Nah, man, I don't want nothing to do with that, coach. I thought Michigan was stupid for even letting that dude put the game in his hands even after Jim left. Wow. Schwartzy could be a good candidate. I mean, he was there with the Lions. He went through all that shit with the Lions. But I think, again, you got to give a guy an opportunity, a second chance. And I don't know if he wants to, though. I think he's having a hell of a time, having a good-ass time being the DC with those guys out there. I mean, you saw they play their hearts and everything out for Schwartz. Schlesinger out there limping around, still getting 7-8 tackles, doing his thing. That dude is rookie defensive player of the year. There's no one better than him right now. No one. Dude's got 56 tackles on the year. Woo! Yeah, I mean, he broke all the rookie record, broke all this stuff. Listen, if they had any desire to bring in more, this this fan base would burn down the stadium. They'd let them build the new one and then burn it the hell down, because there'd be no point in having football here if you're just going to throw shit away like that, especially our money when we want to come see you guys. Well, Deshaun, yeah, well, here's the deal. We got to keep Deshaun right now. Got to keep him. If we cut him before June 1st, that's 130 plus cap hit. We can't do that. Keep him on the roster. Let him sit there. SHEDEUR says he's been in the room helping him out with different stuff. Cool. Let him stay, whatever. We're supposed to get like 28 or something back money-wise. I think after next season we get some more. So, hey, keep on bringing that money back that we lost. And let's continue this. But, dude, SHEDEUR was 17 of 23. He missed 6 passes. 2 of them were those interceptions. One, I'm not putting on SHEDEUR. That wasn't him. And the second one, to be honest, Jerry Jeudy's got to split some of that shit with him. SHEDEUR's lame duck pass because he went cross-body back across the field. Wrong. Can't be doing shit like that. But my problem is Jeudy stood there and watched the dude get in front of him and jump. Why didn't you fight? Why didn't you do anything? I'd have took the offensive pass interference instead of a turnover right there. I mean, why the hell would you not do anything? Scott says in free agency, you should go after an Alec Pierce. I do. Listen, I like him. I do. I like Alec. He would be a nice piece. Bring him in, draft, like I said, one of those rookies. You still got Jeudy, got him, Isaiah Bond, Tillman. I think that experiment's out of here. Get rid of all the other guys, trash. You know, keep Isaiah Bond because I think he's young and he's good. And Jerry Jeudy's going to have to be here. We gave him the extension. And I think he showed yesterday, he had, 4 catches on the first drive. The dude could play ball. He just got to keep catching the damn thing. Pick up Justin Tucker. Hey, I said that shit early. Said, man, once Justin Tucker can play, bring him on in. That would be crazy, a team like that. But no, I truly believe SHEDEUR, he showed that he could be what it is. He needs a full off season. He needs to work with the ones nonstop. He needs a coach that's behind him nonstop. He needs it all. Hey, I like that name too. Wan'Dale Robinson. That dude caught 8 passes. Like we was talking about this. That dude helped your fantasy. That dude caught all them balls. Like, and it wasn't even, the end of the first quarter, it seemed like. He had 8 passes, 80 yards in the first quarter and a half. That dude was killing it over there with Jackson. Jackson was the quarterback I wanted. That's who I really wanted last year. I would have loved if we would have just drafted him. But I was okay with SHEDEUR. Again, as long as we going to build. Why does everybody want to keep playing this QB carousel here? Why does anybody want to do this type of shit? I want to end that cycle. End it. Because, I mean, everybody gives what? Everybody, Trevor Lawrence. He's gotten 5 years. Granted, he was the number 1 pick. But we saw now, look at him now. The dude's balling outside his mind this year. Give the quarterback some time. Give SHEDEUR some time. He has first-round talent. 100% has that. Let's just build. Build the offensive line up. How you doing, Larry? How you doing, man? Hey, appreciate y'all in there. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me, man. Just build around SHEDEUR. You got to protect the man. So we got to draft 3 to 4 offensive linemen. No questions asked. And you got to get a couple more weapons. Again, I don't care if we draft all offensive side of the ball. We have a defense. We have the defense. Re-sign Devin Bush. Even bring Emerson back because Emerson, he was out for the year with that injury, but he's a hell of a corner. Put him out there. We got Campbell, Ward. We have the guys on the defensive side. We need the offensive line. If I had to say we're going to go anywhere on defense is maybe bring in some defensive line just to bolster it a little bit. But that's about it. I'm not heavy on this. I'm hoping Joe can come back. Oh, shit. Hendrickson, I wish. You put him on the other side of Garrett, this game's over. This game's over. Them two dudes will compete for the sack record every damn year because you can't double both or triple team anyone. It'd be insane. Mason Graham might have the sack record because they would try to stop the two edges, and that dude might be coming up the middle to kill you. I'm just sick of how people jump straight to drafting a QB. I mean, what has Mendoza really done? He had a hell of a year. You know what he did the year before that? He barely hit 3,000 yards and had 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Everybody will say, oh, well, he was at Cal. Well, so if he goes to a team that doesn't have weapons or an offensive line, what's he going to do? To me, he's a system quarterback. He also has 2 800-yard rushers. Come on now. Come on now. 2 800-yard rushers. Didn't even throw for over 3,000. He got 30 touchdowns, don't get me wrong. But come on now, man. Mendoza isn't it. Dante Moore isn't it. I don't like any of these guys. Drew Allar was my dude in here. That was my dude before he got hurt. Just because the mechanics, everything he does, his approach, his swag, everything, I thought he could have more of an upside than these guys. But I don't want any quarterback. Ride with SHEDEUR. Give him a full thing. Off-season, training camp, everything he needs. And then if he doesn't succeed or doesn't improve his development and show you that he's going to continue to climb that mountain to become one of the best, then okay. If you want to dive into the draft the following year with Arch Manning and Julian Sain and a couple others in there, fine. But you got to give this guy a shot. Got to give him a shot. You gave Dylan Gabriel a whole damn offseason and all this shit slating like he was going to be something. Now give the guy, the man that should have been doing all this the whole time, something. Again, I love that we beat Pittsburgh. My heart, my fandom says love. The analytics, the numbers, the brain says, hell no, I'm pissed. Because we could have been up there in the top 2 picks. You know, somebody's calling. The Jets are calling. Somebody's calling to get that from us. And we could have wound up maybe with 3 or 4 first rounders out of this. Or a couple first rounders and maybe a wide receiver. Might have been able to get Wilson out of them. You could have got Wilson out of them and their 2 firsts this year. That means you wind up with 3 first rounders. How insane would that be? I mean, that would be absolutely insane. But here we are. We're in the 6th spot now. Now it's just draft. Just draft Carnell Tate. Just take him. 6'3", big-bodied, amazing hands. I get it. Bobby's whole thing is he doesn't want a receiver that doesn't run a 4.4. Carnell runs 4.5, mid 4.5s. Like, come on, man. I want that big body, sure-handed guy. I don't need a burner. Isaiah Bond's a burner. I want someone that's going to catch the damn ball. Because Harold Fanning, the dog he is the only person right now that's catching balls. Pause. I mean, Jerry Jeudy caught almost everything that was thrown at him yesterday. That was insane. What did Jeudy end with here? Let's take a look at this. 5 catches, 54 yards. He was targeted 7 times. He caught 5 out of 7 balls. Insane to think that that's what happened. I mean, come on now. Sampson, I thought, all right, man, you threw him in there. They ran by committee, it seemed like. They gave 11 snaps to Sampson. He ran the ball, got 27 yards. Rocket Sanders, 21 yards. But look, we're cool on running back. Rocket Sanders could be in there instead of Quinshawn, because Quinshawn's going to be out for a little bit. They say five, maybe 6 months. So he should be back by the start of the season and actually had a camp. I don't know. I just know that everybody needs to get off this bandwagon of let's draft a quarterback. Let's do that. Who out there thinks that game was crazy yesterday and was set up and rigged? You know how many people I've heard say that shit too? Rigged by the NFL. They wanted that last game. Who wants to see Aaron Rodgers versus Tyler Huntley if Lamar can't play? Who wants to see that shit? That wasn't a setup. And even if Lamar does play, he's going to play injured. In some sort of fashion, he's going to be injured. Or not 100%. I don't think anybody wanted to see that. They say that was a PI call award. I think it could have gone either way. You could have threw the flag, and to be honest, I'd have been like, yep. Or you didn't. And like, okay, because there was calls throughout the game where you could have said either way. That shit, the flag could have been thrown out there for a lot of shit, or it could have been held. But no, I don't think the NFL set it up for that. Oh, well, how'd they just blow out the Packers? You guys understand the Packers defense is vulnerable to the run. They're like the 5th worst against the run. You could run on them. Couldn't pass on them. And then now you can pass on them, and then it's switched. But it's Derrick Henry. This dude has been holding back for weeks. He's looked like a shit truck almost all year long, and no one expected him to just pop off one game. This dude did nothing for some fantasy owners all year long. And they're like, oh, well, I can't believe Derrick Henry, 4 touchdowns. Absurd. Erroneous. Come on, man. He's one of the best to do this shit. What he did last year was insane. And you're going to tell me he's having a down year, but you don't think one of these type of games could come out of him? One of these type of games, he can't just say, yeah, I'm running over everybody's ass. Let's take a look at what he did yesterday. What was the actual yards in this game on Saturday? Let's see. 36 times he rushed the ball. 216. What's up, Terrence, man? Hey, appreciate you for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me. Look, 36 times he rushed the ball. 216 yards. Average 6 yards a carry. Got 4 tutties. 4 T-dizzles. And you guys are acting like this is abnormal for this man. No, the one thing I see that's abnormal is that the Ravens actually handed the damn ball off. You know, this time of the year, the Ravens are like, oh, nope, we don't hand the ball off. We got a 1,800-yard runner. We got Derrick Henry. We don't like handing the ball off. As soon as they get in the playoffs, they forget to turn around and just like, I got this ball, and there's this monster back here behind me, but you know what? We're going to throw it. They do that every year. They don't have Lamar in there. They decide to hand the ball 36 times, and you guys act like Derrick Henry can't do that type of shit. It was not rigged or set up. Derrick Henry knew what it was. He knew what he had to do to get his team to the finish line, to the point to where they had a chance to become division champs, to go to the playoffs. And he busted his ass, and he sure in hell did it. And hopefully they watch that game over and over and over again. Because if they make the playoffs, and this week here, this Sunday, you better hand the damn ball off just as much. Just as much. Because if the Baltimore Ravens make these playoffs, do not forget that man did what he did. And stop acting like he can't do it again and again and again. So again, this shit isn't rigged. The Browns winning was the Browns winning. That was Aaron Rodgers losing. That was them being so focused on Myles Garrett getting a sack record that they lost the game. The offense they played isn't their normal offense. Also, DK Metcalf and the shit show he created by smacking that fan for whatever reason it was. We've heard a million damn stories. Who knows? You know, it's his truth, the fans' truth, and the actual truth. We don't know what the hell's going on over there. But DK not being there hurt them because who's he throwing the damn ball to? Scotty Miller? Vandale Scantling? That dude's a trash can. I can't believe he's on a team. I would have thought Adam Thielen would have got more reps than that. Freiermuth was killing us. Nope, don't go to Freiermuth because if I'm correct on that last play that everybody cries about the PI, for some reason, those last 3 plays, they kept trying Denzel Ward. Like, this dude's not a damn perennial Pro Bowler every damn year. This dude doesn't just get called the Warden for no reason. Shutting down dudes. But Freiermuth was underneath. You could have threw the ball to him, got the fucking first down, and got in the end zone. But no, nobody looks at that play. Got to open up the big picture here. What's up, John, man? Hey, man, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. John says Cleveland just needs a new coach and a solid wide receiver. I agree. I agree with you. We definitely need a new coach. We need that receiver, which I hope we get in the draft. Maybe bring another one in free agency because Judy's going to be here. We signed that extension. Yesterday, he caught 5 out of 7, 54 yards. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at all at that. Am I mad every other damn game? 100%. This dude drops everything. This dude can't even carry his own load, let alone somebody else's. There's a problem. That dude just drops everything everywhere. But if you threw that ball 10 feet above his head, somehow he'll catch that shit because he knows those are the highlight Sports Center play. I want to hit top 10. Yeah, you hit him in the chest, the dude don't catch shit. Oh, there's a lot of young talent out there, whether it's in the free agency market or, yes, drafting. Because I love Carnell Tate. Tyson's a good-ass receiver from Arizona State. My only problem with him, injury-prone. Malachi Lemon, fast, hands. I like him. The boy out of South Carolina, I think his name's Stover. Good prospect. There's a lot out there. And you can bring in like Alec Pierce. I like him coming from the Colts. Be a nice pickup. If the Niners let go of Juan Jennings, I'm okay with that pickup too. We do have a nice running back core. Quinshawn. Indiana's receiver. I was just thinking about that, and I can't think of Indiana's what his name was. But yes, Quinshawn Sampson, Rocket Sanders, right there. You're letting Ford go. Get rid of Tillman, get rid of Bell. Njoku, I'll be honest, I'm one of the fans that really think Chief did a lot for us. If he'll sign a sweetheart deal for a year or two, hey, bring him back, run the two tight end set. That'll help you out. That way you have him because he catches everything too. Just if he can stay on the field. You got him, Fannin, Judy, Carnell Tate, or whoever's on the outside, and you bring Isaiah Bond in when you need that deep threat. That'll be great. I think that'll be huge for us. But yeah, there's a lot that can be done in this draft. You got 2 first-round picks. Do not waste one or both trying to move up or picking a QB, man. Again, ride with the boy Sanders. Bobby G, if he was on here right now, we were doing Game Time 216, you know what would happen? He'd be calling me a Shedorian. And today, I'm a damn Shedorian. I'm going to be all about Shedeur. I'm going to be like Chris Collinsworth is about Pat Mahomes because that dude's he's sick. That dude's sick in his head when it comes to Pat Mahomes. There was 2 NFC, and I'm going off rails a little bit. There was 2 NFC teams playing last night. That great game. Purdy has that great little, gets out the pocket, does a little scramble, and throws that touchdown, the fullback, Jusic. And yet Chris Collinsworth says, it looks like Pat Mahomes. Why do you bring this dude up, man? Why is it in your life? You must say Pat Mahomes' name or you're going to die or something. I don't know. I have no clue. Elijah Sarr. There you go. That's him. A wide receiver and a DT. Listen, man, we need offensive line. I agree with the D tackle. I think we need to bolster that spot a little bit. I love Mason Graham. Collins is good. Hopefully he comes back from injury and we're good there. Bolstered a little bit because Mike Hall, he can't stop the run. He can't. So he's like a third down guy. You throw him in there to rush the passer because he can definitely get to the quarterback. He's strong as shit. Problem is, can't stop the damn run. So we need that run stuffing DT. I agree. I think we will try to do that. We'll try to get some there, but I think they're going to go receiver first, and I think they go offensive lineman second. What's up, Brooklyn NYC, man? Hey, appreciate you joining. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button for me, man. Your team, SHEDEUR, also you're going to the Hall of Fame like his dad. And I'll be honest. You've seen what he can do when he does good. He knows when his mistakes and he owns up to it. You can put a team around this kid on the offensive side. Add the pieces. He might be wearing a gold jacket one day. I'm not going to give him that yet because I need him to have a full offseason and one full year. Then I can be like, all right, now we've seen this kid. I can't just give it to him. I mean, he can be a monster, though. He definitely can be. He can be a gold jacket wearer. My problem is I don't want it to be where the Browns let him go. He goes to another damn team, and then boom, that's it. Washington, listen, hey, yeah, his mentality when it comes to this game, how he wants to play this game, him just the way he approaches the game afterwards, too, how he talks to the media, how he doesn't let the media control him or pit him against other players or coaches. That's the shit. That's grown man shit because some of these players just outright bite. They bite right into that shit. Yeah. Next year, watch out. Exactly. And what's funny is a quarterback like this who's had all this drama, all the bullshit, all the naysayers out there, he has developed and gotten better each week. Things that he's done wrong, he's gotten better. He thrives on it. He listens to the advice. He is coachable. People think he can't be coached because again, the spotlight, the shine, oh, he's so big, his aura. That motherfucker's got a great personality and you're going to punish him for that shit? The dude sucks it in like a sponge and learns everything and he gets better. Oh, Brooklyn, that's the one thing he does the best, I think. The best. The way he can talk to the media and make sure they don't try to play some stupid game. Because I hate the media. Listen, I'm kind of part of the media. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to pit nobody against nobody else. Am I going to ask a question? Cool. If you give me that look, hey, I got to ask the question. But these guys try to drive home a narrative that isn't fucking there most of the time. And that's the issue. That's the problem. That is the real problem with some of these media members in Cleveland or just talking heads all over. You know, Rex Ryan got a real issue with SHEDEUR for some reason, saying all these crazy things. And then SHEDEUR goes out, kills it in the media, kills it in the game, and makes him look like a stupid ass. Yeah, Deion told his boys how to go. If you hear the story about it, Deion had all the money, right? He had all that money. But he took his kids to the inner city to play. He wanted them to understand what it was. They went to boarding school. These dudes were in boarding school, his kids. He's like, you ain't going to enjoy this rich life. You want to understand what all sorts of life's like. And that's what he did. He showed them every bit of it. That way they will always be humble. They will never think they're better than nobody, never believe they're on top of the world, that they have to climb there just like everybody else. Listen, Bo Nix is my dude. Caleb Williams, I was never big on him, but he's showing what he can do. Hey, but SHEDEUR could definitely be one step, but he needs the offensive line and the wide receiver help. The man can get that. He can prove it. The Browns can be an organization you're like, shit. Even if they decide not to fire Stefanski. Fine. You don't want to do that shit? You want to bring these guys back for a round again? Fine. But you get the guy the help. Don't look at no other quarterback. Don't try to make this a damn competition. Don't bring in some veterans trying to make this some stupid-ass competition again. Because that whole thing that happened this past offseason, you got 4 quarterbacks in there. Oh, well, Well, we competition. There was no damn competition. We aren't stupid. Let this man have the reins. Let him have the reins. If you want to draft a quarterback in the 6th round, whatever the hell you want to do, whatever. Hey, Drew Lawrence somehow falls all the way back to cool. Bring him in. Whatever. But Dylan Gabriel's going to be here. Deshaun Watson's going to be here. I think he's going to, again, if it all comes together the way it should. But minds like mine and yours, common sense here. It's common sense. We see the product. We know what the product needs to be better. You know, they test products usually. You put them out there. You got a focus group. Everybody tell, here's what's wrong with it. Here's what I don't like. Here's this. We're telling them what the hell's wrong. They can see what the hell's wrong, what needs to be done. Just do it. You have a $1 billion idea and you are going to taint it by throwing it in the trash and trying to build another $1 billion idea with somebody else. And then SHEDEUR's going to go to another team, become a dog, and destroy us. And I'll tell you right now, if that happens, I'm done. Hey, man, Sean, it's all right. You guys did suck. At least you owned up to it. You know it. Man, I ain't saying none of that shit. I think Brooklyn, I think Stefanski's gone too right away. I don't think he's trash. I think he's too short and he's left-handed. That's the problem. We might be able to name 5, maybe 6 quarterbacks that were left-handed in this league that did anything, that amounted to something. 5. Hey, yeah, Nate, my Browns jacket. I love that Browns jacket, man. That's but there's literally 5 or 6 left-handed quarterbacks ever that you could say were fucking great. And Dylan is not one of them. Not one of them. What's up, Cleveland Grant? Hey, it was a victory. Again, my fandom loves it. Otherwise, I hate it because I want the draft position. But if it had to be a win, it was against Pittsburgh, I'll take it. There you go. Charlie Ward didn't make it. Mike Vick made it because his feet were amazing, and then he learned to throw the ball better. Randall Cunningham was a dog. Steve Young was a dog. But you're not going to get some type of shit like that out of Dylan Gabriel. He is literally a backup. I mean, he could play somewhere. Hey, Indy might be where he goes. But you got Penix. Look at Penix right now in Atlanta. He having a little bit of an issue. Lefty, but he's got a little bit of an issue. He might be all right, but you got to see. But he's taller, and I think he's got a little bit better arm. What's crazy, Brooklyn? What's crazy? John, there was a lot of people that were saying some shit was about to pop off. And this is what the Browns do. If you notice, when they're having shit years, they beat a team that we shouldn't beat, or they tear apart somebody's dream all the time. I remember there was 2 years in a row, or maybe it was in 1 year. We beat the Saints and the Patriots. I want to say it was 2 different years back to back, though. Saints and the Patriots, and they were both just coming off Super Bowls. Oh, yeah, Harold Fanning, number 44, straight dog. Oh, you in Massachusetts? Yeah, listen, I'm not even looking for SHEDEUR jersey because SHEDEUR is going to be, I'm looking for my jersey that I look for that I can barely find is Carson Schwarzenegger, the defensive rookie of the year to me. This dude limping around, still tackling everybody on the field. That's a jersey I want, but SHEDEUR, yeah, I can't believe you can't find it. Hey, look it up on them team shops. Go to the Cleveland Browns team shop. It's on there. But yeah, Grant, man, Harold Fanning is a dog. Straight dog. Got over 70 receptions, killing it, doing his thing, and he's about to be huge. Dude had his last year in college, he had 117 receptions and like 1,400 yards as a tight end. I mean, that was for Bowling Green. Woo, man, someone cooking like that. Cooking. What's up, Jesus? Happy Monday, my man. Hey, you're right. He also, how about just don't throw that? That was across the body, across the field. Again, should not have thrown it like that, but my whole thing is why didn't Judy fight for the ball? He stood there and watched the defensive player get in front of him. Try to jump over him and moss him from behind. Take the offensive pass interference or something. Do something. You don't want the turnover. I bet it was. I bet it was number one Christmas seller. Yeah, sack record this week. And you know what? People are going to say there's an asterisk because it was done in 17 games, not 16. My thing is you got to go deeper. It's got to be attempts or able to get a sack. You know, the dropbacks that he faced again or pass attempts he faced is way lower than TJ and lower than Strahan. So to me, there is no asterisk. Garrett is a damn monster. He's doing it with a team that's always coming from behind. The other team's always running the ball because they're whipping our ass. That dude's a monster to be able to do what he does. They are, and they're going to continue. Hey, Pittsburgh had the right plan. They made it so Garrett couldn't even do anything. Again, if you notice, last play of the game, could have went to the left. They had a touchdown. If Rodgers goes to his left, touchdown. But Garrett was over there. So he went to his right, and he had to deal with Denzel. It's crazy. I don't know about looking lazy. Lackadaisical, you're trying to say? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I feel like I don't know. I can't say lazy because the dude just doesn't have a lazy bone about him. I just think there's a lot more he could do. Dude was wide open. Oh, Garrett's a Brown for the next shit. Who knows how many years? Yeah, he just signed that extension. He's here forever. And Jesus, all right, I'll get more conviction. I can get behind that a little bit. I can get behind that some. And I think he'll be perfectly fine. I think he needs to have the coaches do that. The coaches need to get behind him too. He needs to see more of that. That's why I feel like Stefanski there's going to be a change. I want Barry to stay. Barry just had an amazing draft. He was 32. 6 years ago, he was brought in 32 years old. Now he's 38. The one thing that we hated from Barry was drafting. Now the dude's got a handle on it. The dude knows how to move money. Everyone's saying, well, what about the offensive line? What about the wide receiver? Here's the deal with that. He brought in wide receivers and offensive line. Panned out, we were good. Then got rid of them. Yeah, we haven't re-signed, I don't know, maybe one of his draft picks. I get it. We're not going to hit on everything. It's not going to happen like that. This dude was never a GM before. He's getting the reins held down. But just like every other GM, you want to compare him to all these other GMs, every other GM got to pick their coach. Stefanski was brought in first and then Barry. That was a little weird doing that. So if we're going to go by that logic, let Barry stay, let him pick his coach, and give it what, 3 years. And if shit's not right, time to go for everyone. I agree. We do need a big wide receiver. Like I said, I've been chanting up Carnell Tate. Tyson from Arizona State, just worried about injury prone, or Malachi Lemon. Again, we talked about the kid from Indiana. I think could be in a second rounder, third round. I just don't want to do the quarterback carousel. Hey, listen, Jesus, he had 2 yesterday, and it wasn't because he drifted or anything on his fault, and they were only for 2 yards. 2 sacks, 2 yards. So it was 1 yard each sack. So I'm going to give it to him that he's starting to get better with the sacks. He's not drifting back. His pocket awareness is getting so much better. He's doing a hell of a lot better. Oh, Bell, yeah, from Louisville. I think that's another one. There's some talent out there. Get rid of Tillman. Get rid of David Bell that's already on the team. Get rid of him. I like Isaiah Bond. Judy's going to be here because of the extension. Maybe bring in a free agent. And John, I'm glad you are from the outside looking at this and seeing the change every week. He has been developing and getting better every week. That's what people don't understand. People are, who's not seeing this shit? The dude is cut back from drifting back like that. He's going through his progressions. Again, granted, a little slower, but he's starting to get through them all, and he's starting to pick up pace with that. The interceptions, some aren't his fault, some, that one, crossbody, he's got to learn not to throw that ball. Again, as he grows, he'll get it. Yes, I think he's maneuvering a lot better in the pocket. And then when he does bail out, he's still looking down the field. So he's not looking just to run. He's still looking to throw as he's going, but he knows if he's got to tuck it, he can. Yeah, Myles Garrett's going to get the record this weekend. He loves sacking Joe Burrow. He's going to beat up on Joe. Whether it's Flacco or Burrow, he's going to get himself a sack this weekend. He's going to get that record. And I agree, but they teach you. That's like they teach you not to go across your body across the field, just like on a basketball court. No cross-court passes because it's more likely to get intercepted. So you don't want to go cross-body cross the field. I mean, it could have been an amazing play. It's just not one you want to try to take or a risk you want to take all the time. Can we say that's a no? I'm not going to say it's a front office problem. What are you talking about, Nate? Are you talking about? Explain to me what you're talking about with the front office. What problem? The Reds' problem is they can bring in people and they don't. The money's out there for them to spend. They should have had Kyle Schwarber. They were like, I think $5 million off that deal. They could have had Kyle Schwarber down here, hometown dude, sitting in a Reds jersey, but they couldn't make that money work right. Dude, DJ Moore was wide open in the corner end zone. Caleb rolled out to his left and didn't even look to the right. All he had to do was look to the right. He could have reached back and just threw it away. It could have been a lame duck, and DJ Moore would have caught that for the touchdown. What's up, Nara? Yeah, hey, look, the Browns are some ass. Hey, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button and everything. They are some ass. You're right. Browns are some trash. They some hot trash right now. Again, they got to build that offensive line, put some receivers out there. I think we good. The defense is good. It just needs to be able to breathe and sit on the sideline for longer than 2 seconds. And as soon as SHEDEUR got in, they were starting to be able to do that. They had drives where they didn't even know what to do with 10 minutes. Whoo, listen, man, that is tough. But I got to go with the Broncos only because the Broncos have beaten, above 500 teams. At least they beat up on Green Bay. They beat up on Philly. They took down some good teams. Patriots only got one in their bag, and that was the Bills earlier on, I believe. I don't even know if the Bills were considered that earlier, to be honest. I don't know if they were above 500 earlier. But I think the Broncos are a better team. Their defense is better than the Patriots. The Patriots have the better weapons to help May. But I think the defense is what gets them in. And Sean Payton, he's been there. He's done all this. Mike Vrabel's a good-ass coach, but Sean Payton, he really knows how to get this going. Jesus, well, Mike, do you... Well, yeah, I see the NFL wants Niners to play home, be the number 1 seed, so Caleb was not allowed to score a final TD, just make it an idol. Listen, you guys are all on this NFL rigging shit. The Niners still got to beat Seattle next week to get that number 1 seed. I don't know if they can do it. There's a handful of quarterbacks that have back-to-back 13-win seasons. I think Big Ben, Brady, Peyton Manning. There's a couple other old-school Hall of Famer dudes. And Sam I Am Darnold is the only other quarterback, and I think there's only 6 that have done it. Back-to-back 13 wins. Everybody said, oh, well, he was with Minnesota. They had all the weapons. Now this dude's over there in Seattle doing it again. Doing it again. And what's he got? JSN. JSN. You think they're going to try to play that game? I don't think the Seahawks can go with any script or play any game. Seahawks are going to do their thing, man. Seahawks are going to fight like no other. That NFC West is insanely good. The Rams, offense and defense. Stafford's old man. He out there slanging. They're going to have to get a quarterback getting ready to get behind him. And if I was them, I'd draft one in this draft. Or not even in this draft. Maybe next draft. Find one. Get Drew Allard later on. Set him there. Let him get healthy. Let him watch Stafford. Oh, my God. If Drew Allard from Penn State goes to the Rams and sits there for another 2 years and just learns off Stafford and gets healthy, whoo, with Sean McVay, God dang, man, the mechanics that guy's got. Stafford's got to be the MVP. The dude's insanely sick this year. You got Stafford, Drake Mason in the running, JSN was in the running, Puka's throwing his head in there with what he's done. Jonathan Taylor was in there, but right now it's still got to be Stafford. I mean, the dude's killing it. Absolutely killing it. But Drake he's right there with him. All right, yeah, it's 5. There it is. Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Brady, and Favre. So what? Big Man wasn't even involved in it. I thought he was the 6th. He doesn't got to score 5 TDs against the Seahawks to validate that he's a franchise QB. He is a franchise QB, Jesus. I know you hate him, but he is a franchise QB. Purdy's good. He's good at what he does, and look what he's doing it with. Who was out there that you would consider a dog on a receiver side? Well, Ricky Purcell? Juan Jennings? Bourne? Kittle wasn't out there. He had McCaffrey. That's it. But Purdy got the job done against a team that has all those takeaways. He had 1 interception. It was early, and it was a shitty interception because it was a pick 6. Oh, SHEDEUR's going to start over Dillon no matter what. It's a matter of, do they believe in SHEDEUR to be the guy anyways? See, one first time without Kittle in his career. Oh, he had 2? Well, then he might have had another one. I had little ones running around going crazy. I only thought he had the 1. SHEDEUR needs to be the starter, period. They don't need to draft a quarterback, and Dillon is not going to get over him now. The way SHEDEUR has played these last so many games, there is no way in hell Dillon ever sees the field again. He'll sit there and be a backup until we either trade him or cut him or anything. Dillon's not going to see it again. All right, Jesus. So what does a quarterback do? A quarterback takes what the defense gives it. A smart quarterback says, you're playing zone, I'm going to pick you apart because you're leaving shit wide open. You're playing man, I'm going to throw it under and check it down more and then wait for you to come in and then throw it over top. Quarterbacks are smart that way. That's what they do. That's how it works. So you can't tell me Purdy ain't that. Again, I agree. Mattis, I agree with you. Receivers and offensive line. Our defense, if I'm adding anything on the defense, it's defensive tackle. Just because Mike Hall is not a run stopper, he's a third down lineman for me. The dude could rush the quarterback, do all that. We need to stuff the run. That is what we need to do. We look good at the beginning of the year. Stopping the run, they only averaged 60, 70 yards, and all of a sudden it crept up. It's at like 120 or some shit. It's ridiculous how much it crept up throughout the whole damn year. Absolutely insane. But again, Browns fans, we do not need the QB carousel. We do not need a Mendoza, Simpson, Moore. We don't need any of that shit. We have a guy here we can develop who has developed every week. Put some talent out there on the wide receiver side. Put some pass blocking in front of him and let this guy work. Hey, man, I appreciate you for sticking around, joining the conversation. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button on your way out, man. I'll see you next time. Man, how you going to say, yeah, all right, look, he's horrible versus man. Purdy's horrible versus man. So when they throw zone at him, why were they playing zone? If they know he's horrible against man, why they play his zone? Nah, construction hasn't hit yet. It starts this summer. Construction on a new stadium starts this summer. It'll be open in 28. 28 will be the first game. Look, these playoffs are going to be insane this year. If you don't get if you're not the number 1 seed, both these 2 seeds are going to have to play some dogs, man. 2, 3 seeds are going to have to play some real, especially the NFC side. You got to play the Seahawks and the Rams. Woo! Man, and then you got Green Bay. They beat up right now, but they still a squad that could just shock the shit out of you. And then on the AFC side, you got the Texans with the best defense. If Stroud can if that offense can get consistent, they're dangerous as shit. They're dangerous as shit. The Chargers, they're a little beat up too, but they are dangerous. That AFC side is dangerous too. Man, there's a lot of dangers going on. So you say the NFL orders them to, man. See, Jesus, you one of them guy. You on the rig stuff. I don't think it's rigged like that. Like every week they're rigging something. Like you could tell maybe there's certain shit here or a play here. It's not every week, and it's damn sure not a full game or a scheme on defense saying, hey, you got to do this. But we're going to see what happens. We got Cincy. I don't want the win because I want the draft position to get better. But if we get the win, all right, we get it. I got money. If we win, I win money. I'd rather lose the money, to be honest. I'd rather our draft position get better and our team become better. I really hope everybody starts understanding what we have in front of us. I mean, Zach Zinter looks like he can be something. He missed a fucking block and it was horrible, but he showed up. The offensive line looked good in the first half. As the game went, they looked like shit. Man, he is not going to be your head coach next year, man. Your boy's from Sean No, is he? No, he's not from Sean McVay, is he? Him and Sean McVay are from the Shanahan tree. He's not. Sean McVay is not going to be your coach. He's not leaving the Rams, dude. If that's the case, why didn't they do it? Well, who was it? Was it a couple years ago? Was it Tampa? What was the Super Bowl at? Someone could have played at home and won it at home. I forget who it was. But that didn't happen. They could do this a lot of different times. You know, the Super Bowl's in LA next year. So are they going to set it up for the Rams? Is that what they're going to do then? The Rams or the Rams and the Chargers to meet? I can't get behind they're going to try to do that. Because that's never happened before, I think. It might have happened once, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't happened. The whole Super Bowl's in your hometown and you win. It's a rarity because you got to have a dome. It's got to be in nice weather. Against the Bengals, yeah. That was crazy. Again, I can get behind some shit that looks crazy like that. I can't get behind a whole scheme being different for an entire game and the NFL rigging stuff. Yeah, all right. So that was when they did that. So they won the Super Bowl at home. Guess where it's at next year? It's in LA again. Are they going to just rig it for them and the Chargers to meet up? Since the Chargers are good? Yeah, it's in San Fran this year. It's in San Fran. Santa Clara. I just I can't see him trying to rig it up. Maybe if they do certain plays, I understand it, but I can't get behind all that. All I know is the play on the field speaks for itself in these games now. You've seen some amazing games. Christmas Day, that shit sucked. But again, you can't put that on the NFL schedule makers. They didn't know these teams were all of a sudden going to shit the bed. You didn't know Mahomes was going to be out and KC wasn't going to be in a playoff running when they had Denver and them facing each other. You just didn't know that shit. You didn't know the Cowboys were going to shit the bed or Jaden Daniels was going to be hurt. You didn't know that. To me, those Christmas Day games, if those teams were healthy, Christmas Day would have been fucking insane. Absolutely insane. KC, Denver, Cowboys, Commanders. That would have been in 2 insane games right there. The Niners, I don't think the Niners are that big for them to say, oh, put the Niners in there. The Niners are doing a hell of a thing, but they're quietly doing it. Quietly doing it. Man, Nate, you are going way too far in this conspiracy and that shit. Way too far in that conspiracy. That's crazy to even think like that. Crazy. Nah. You too far into that shit, man. Steelers might not make the playoffs at all. You're lucky your Packers are already in it. Otherwise, they might not have made the damn playoffs. There's no way they meet up. No way. I'm telling you right now, that ain't happening. And it looks like Buffalo is always going to fall short because they don't have that one guy. Allen was 2 feet to the left of winning that game yesterday. And they could have still been fighting for the division. But now the Patriots won that. So that's sealed up and done. All the divisions, I think, are sealed up except for the North. Oh, and the Jags-Texans, they're still battling. So you got the North and the AFC South. Bears won their division. The NFC South's up for grabs, and the NFC West. I mean, that's the number 1 seed over there. Stop. Your quarterback can't be hurt. Love cannot be out for this to happen. As much as I like Malik Willis, and I love that when he got out of Tennessee, he has now shown a spark of what all this is. I love that. I just can't see Malik leading them to nothing. This isn't like the 2016 Eagles where Nick Foles took over and did that. Yeah, that's boxing. Boxing, you have to have some sort of swagger. You have to have some sort of presence to make it to a big thing. Because so if you have a following and they put you on there, it brings the viewership. Boxing's paid by people buying the pay-per-views or buying into that shit. The NFL's not paid per game like that. Boxing's paid per event like that. So that's how they do it. That's how that works. NFL's different. Even though it's an entertainment business, it's not like that. Yeah, but boxing is more, again, it's like UFC. They are paid per the event. That's how that works. They're having a big-ass pay-per-view. They're not going to put guys on it that nobody fucking knows. It's not going to be full of guys nobody knows. They're going to have some big hitters and then a couple matches between guys that are like up-and-comers that nobody knows yet that maybe they can start rolling and get a good following. And then that's what that is. But I just can't see the NFL being that type of way. Boxing is that type of way. They want the big hidden names to bring in the viewership and the money. That's what boxing wants. It truly is. Hey, I got another couple minutes and I'm going to get out of here. Hey, I jumped on here. Bobby G, hey, man, had an appointment he had to deal with, couldn't get out of it. I damn well appreciated everybody joining this conversation with me, hitting the chat, viewing. Make sure you hit that sub button, hit the subscribe button all over the place for me. Jump over to my YouTube channel at the Man Cave 8172. Hit me with a subscribe. Network 216. Jump over there, YouTube channel. Hit that with a subscribe, man. We love Network 216. We've been a part of them now for a while. Man Cave has. Now Game Time 216 has jumped on. Man, come be a part of this. Sports Madness tomorrow. We'll be going live at 12:30, talking everything that's happened this weekend, plus more. And then Wednesday, Game Time 216 will be back with Bobby G. He'll be able to say his spiel on what he felt that happened, what needs to happen, and what's going to go on with the Browns further. And, you know, he's not a Shedorian, so he's going to give you his real take about shit. I'm not a Shedorian, but I look past all the little stupid shit and give you what I really feel needs to happen. But hey, again, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for jumping in the chat. If you're over on X, jump over to this YouTube channel next time. Get in the chat. Hit that subscribe button for me, my man. At the Man Cave 8172. If I see you guys tomorrow, again, 12:30. Sports Madness goes crazy. Check y'all later. Salute.